Good evening and welcome to Pike High School for the championship game of the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament on RDTV. The two teams playing for the crown tonight have already won 3 games this week. That includes earlier this morning here at Pike in the semifinals. I'm Rich Nye, joined by Daniel Miller. We'll have our national anthem in just a moment as Lawrence Central takes on North Central for the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament Championship here tonight at Pike High School. We'll pause now for our national anthem.
At this time, to honor America and in respect for all who have served this country to defend our freedom, you are invited to stand for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem performed by our public address announcer tonight as we get ready for the championship game in the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament. Lawrence Central, one of the top teams in the state, ranked as high as #1 by Max Preps. The Bears 9-1 this season, undefeated against teams from Indiana, and they have to be considered the favorite tonight against North Central. The Panthers came into this tournament actually winless, 0-7, but they have won 3 games this week, all by double digits, to advance to the title game. Again, Rich Nye, joined by Daniel Miller tonight. Daniel, you called these morning semifinals today. What did you see from these two teams?
Well, I saw a lot of performance from on the Lawrence Central side. Layla Abdurraqib, she poured in 15 for the Bears. Jayla Lampley, daughter of our head coach, Janet Lampley, for the Bears. She had 14. She averages 20.9 points per game. Coach Lampley said that she's really taken a step in a leadership role this year, and she's not doing much more differently on the court, but she's being a lot more assertive off the court. McKenzie also added 12 for them in a 70-18 victory over Pike. They led 21-3 after the first quarter. They'll need a huge first quarter again if they want to win this game.
Looking now at North Central as their starting lineup is introduced, and we'll give you their starters. Gabrielle Burris, a junior, along with Caden Kreinhagen, who leads that team in scoring with 12 points a ball game. She's a 5'9 senior. Caitlin Hoff, a 5'11 senior. Ariana Harrington, a 5'7 freshman. And Christian Dinkins is a 5'7 junior for North Central. North Central wearing the white uniforms. Lawrence Central is in the black, and their starters tonight, the daughters of the head coach, the sisters, I should say. Jayla Lampley, who is the older junior at 6'1", Lola Lampley, 6'2", sophomore. Also Anaya McKenzie, a junior, as well as Malaya Hughes, a 5'7 junior, and also in the starting lineup, Layla Abdurraqib. Just about ready for tip-off. Again, this is the championship game of the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament. Lawrence Central has never won a county championship. North Central looking for its 5th county championship tonight. all have come under head coach Deanne Ramey. They won the title in 2017 and 18, as well as 2020 and 2021. And we're ready for tip-off here at Pike High School on RDTV. And the tip is controlled by the #1 ranked Bears. If you ask Max Preps, they're ranked #3 in one coach's poll and #2 in another coach's poll. And the 3 is on the way and good for the leading scorer for the Bears, Jayla Lampley.
She had 14 this morning in the semifinal, already with 3 now. Now they'll pressure up.
The zone press for Lawrence Central. North Central breaks it, but there's the steal. And on the fast break, Jayla and 1. Fast start this morning, Daniel, and they've got a quick start here.
They do. That's already another and 1 for Jayla Lampley, quickly in the scoring book and in big numbers already with that drive off the steal.
You mentioned this morning that Lawrence Central jumped all over Brebeuf. Pardon me, not Brebeuf, but Pike in the semifinals this morning, 21-3 after 1 quarter, and that game was over. North Central obviously has to avoid a big deficit early in this one tonight. Free throw missed, and now North Central with its first chance in the half-court offense.
Yeah, North Central got a big performance from Kreinhagen in the 3rd quarter in this morning game. She poured in 11 in just the 3rd quarter. Leads the team in scoring, as you mentioned at the open.
There's
20 this morning.
Kreinhagen gives it off, and the shot is up and good. Christian Dinkins with the first bucket for the Panthers, and we're tied, or rather, Lawrence Central has a 5-2 lead here, just underway in the 1st quarter. Three is on the way from up top. Lawrence Central no good, but there's the rebound for Lawrence Central and a foul called underneath.
Good offensive rebound for the Bears. Malaya Hughes getting the board.
Foul is called on Gabrielle Burris, her first foul. Inbounds pass underneath, and good by Lampley. That's Lola with her first bucket of the game.
The Lampley's really stepping up here to start this game. They've got 7, all of Lawrence Central's points.
And there's another steal by that Lawrence Central pressure and a foul. Malaya Hughes will go to the line for 2 shots. North Central just getting the ball across the timeline appears to be a problem here early.
Yeah, and that was the same way for Pike earlier today. 7-2 the score currently. You wonder if they can get to a quick start just like they did earlier today. 21-3 was the score after the first against Pike.
Hughes makes the first free throw. She's 80% on the year, leading the team at the line. And now the Bears have a 7-point lead. Again, it's a 1-2-2 full court press for Lawrence Central. North Central gets it across. Shot from the corner 3 is up and good. Caitlin Hoff. Hoff averages 10 a game. There's a 3 for Lawrence Central. And that one's good as well. Jayla Lampley.
She's got 8 on the game now.
Knocked down a couple of 3s already. There's a trap on this press, and North Central's in trouble and calls a timeout. Deanne Ramey wants a timeout as her team trails by 7 points already. 5:52 to go here. It's 12-5 Lawrence Central in the championship game of the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament. Back at the championship game at Pike High School, the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament. This evening's stream is brought to you by the students and staff of Pike High School RDTV media production class, which gives students the opportunity to have real-world hands-on experiences with support from the MSD of Pike Township's IT department. North Central still facing this pressure defense from Lawrence Central. They called the timeout, but getting the ball just across the timeline has been a challenge. They do it here, and Kreinhagen has it, but they turn it over. You call a timeout, and you immediately turn the ball over. Not what you're looking for if you're North Central.
Yeah, we've mentioned the press several times for Lawrence Central. North Central finally being able to use their own pressure. It came up big this morning against Brebeuf. That's what really led them to a lot of transition buckets that they were able to capitalize off of in that morning game.
3 on the way from Lampley. That's Jayla. Missed it that time. Rebound by Kreinhagen. Hoff drives baseline, tipped out of bounds. North Central will keep it.
Tough spot to inbound from.
They get it in. Lawrence Central drops back into a man-to-man after that press full court once they get it across the timeline, and there's another North Central turnover. Even when they can get it across the timeline, they're having a hard time operating on offense and getting the ball in any kind of rhythm to get a good offensive possession.
And that was a big problem for Pike earlier today, too. Just getting a shot off seemed to be a problem, let alone making it.
And Lawrence Central doesn't mind standing outside and shooting threes. That one no good by Jayla Lampley. Kreinhagen for North Central. This is Dempsey out top. Now in the corner. Kreinhagen has it on the wing. Burris with the runner. Air ball.
Well, they finally got a shot off. It just isn't what necessarily what they wanted. They couldn't get it in the basket.
Lawrence Central already with a 7-point lead. They're content to pass the ball around the perimeter. Now the shot is up and good, just inside the 3-point line. Anaya McKenzie with her first bucket of the game. Now the lead is 9 for Lawrence Central. Nearly another turnover. North Central almost lost it. Kreinhagen gets it back.
As North Central gets the ball across the midcourt line, Lawrence Central now back in a man.
Almost a turnover there again, but a foul called. They'll get Hughes on the reach. Her first foul. Mariah Garrett, number 4, in for the first time for the Bears, and there's another North Central turnover on a simple inbounds pass. And the other way, McKenzie turns it into points. Now a double-digit lead for the Bears here in the first quarter with about 3 minutes to go. In the corner, Kreinhagen will try a 3. Does not get anything. Rebound, though, by the Panthers. Macy Loy gives the Panthers another possession. Burris drives, throws up a runner. It's a wild shot that goes in. North Central needed that. They needed to see one go through the basket.
They did, and Burris at that point guard spot. A very good facilitator for this Panthers team.
The Lampley sisters out top, throw it to each other. Lola dishes inside. Oh, that's good ball movement. And a bucket for Mariah Garrett.
And Mariah Garrett, the first person off the bench for the Bears. She gives them really solid minutes off the bench. Mostly a 6-man rotation for this Bears team, with her being the main one off the bench.
6 really good ones, obviously. Kreinhagen drives. That was partially blocked. Oh, they got a foul on the way up. They'll get one of the Lampley sisters. Yes, that's Lola with her first foul. Kreinhagen has 2 shots. Caden Kreinhagen is the daughter of assistant coach Kendall Kreinhagen. And I'm pretty sure I remember a day when Kendall was the head coach at Brebeuf, if I can recall correctly.
That is correct, and a family affair earlier in the day in the semifinal when she played her old team where she coached.
Right. 9-point lead for Lawrence Central with the ball in the all-black uniforms. Jayla has it back on the wing. And a timeout called by Coach Janin Lampley. With Lawrence Central leading the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament Championship 18-9. We'll take a break on RDTV. Are you a friend or a family member interested in becoming a Pike employee? We post all of our MSD of Pike Township job vacancies on our website at msdpike.org. If you're interested in working with wonderful children in a great school system in the most incredible community around, check it out. We're checking out a very good Lawrence Central basketball team that is 9-1 on the year, undefeated against teams from the state of Indiana. Daniel, their only loss, Daniel, was a week ago down in Kentucky in a tournament down there against a very good Kentucky team.
It was at George Douglas Clark, and Lawrence Central was actually up 7 with around a minute left, but suffered the loss in the end.
3 on the way from Burris is no good. But the Panthers get another chance, and now the ball's tipped away on the pass, and here comes Lola with a nice pass and a conversion for Layla Abdurraqib. Her first bucket of the game, and the Panthers are up 11 with under a minute to go now in the first period.
We mentioned it's Abdurraqib's first bucket of the day. She was the leading scorer this morning. She had 15.
Corner 3 is blocked away. The swat by the swat by Demetria Dempsey. Dempsey swatted that one right out of bounds. North Central has it under the basket. 40 seconds. Kreinhagen will try from the other corner. That one no good. Rebound by Hoff. Her shot back up, won't go.
And if you're North Central, you've got to be happy with the second opportunities you're getting now, but
for sure.
Nothing falling still.
There's a turnover by Lawrence Central. So North Central has a chance to get this back down under double digits with 26 seconds to go. We'll see if they play for just one shot here.
Lawrence Central backs off their pressure for this final 30 seconds. And switch to his own defense, it looks like.
Yep, 2-3. And now a carry and another turnover for the North Central in their half-court offense. Panthers have gotten some decent looks, but many times they have not gotten any look on offense because of turnovers. Now the Bears will get the final shot likely here in the first quarter. Abdurraqib from 3, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter, with Lawrence Central leading the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament Championship 20-9. We'll take a break and be right back on RDTV. Welcome back to Pike High School and RDTV, bringing you the championship game in the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament. Lawrence Central with an 11-point lead after one quarter. I'm Rich Nye with Daniel Miller. Daniel, Lawrence Central showing us why they are one of the best teams in the state of Indiana.
Yes, and with all four of their 5 starters holding high Division I offers, all 5 of their starters, as well as Mariah Garrett, already in the scoring category so far in this game, led by Jayla Lampley. She has 8 in that first quarter.
North Central will try to just close this gap and stay in this game. I know that they have to be thinking, we can't let Lawrence Central continue to extend this lead. We've got to keep this as close to single digits as we can to have any chance in this one tonight. North Central has been quite a story, as we mentioned off the top. This team started the season 0-7, had not won a ball game, plays a very tough schedule, and now won 3 games this week in the tournament, their first 3 wins of the season. Again, that heavy pressure defense by Lawrence Central. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Lola Lampley off her leg.
You mentioned North Central getting their first 3 wins this week. I had the pleasure not only of working the semifinal game this morning, but also their first round game where they defeated Decatur Central 67-44.
There's another turnover for North Central, stolen away by the Bears. Abdurraqib has it, cross-court pass to Jayla. Jayla will drive, nearly lost the dribble. Now it is knocked out of bounds, but Lawrence Central will keep it. An 11-point lead for the Bears. Inbounds pass comes to Lola. Lola Lampley misses the shot low underneath. Gets her own rebound. Lawrence Central is a long and lean team, led by those Lampley sisters.
And that helps them to get their own offensive rebounds, as we just saw. There was quite a few of them in the morning session as well.
Jayla is 6'1", Lola is 6'2", and that's a 3 that's no good. And North Central rebounds on the Abdurraqib miss. A chance to get it under double digits. Burris with another driving layup is no good. She did not get a good look there. Second time she's really thrown up a tough, wild shot. The first one she got to go. But now the pass thrown right to Burris and a foul called on the steal.
Burris, a really good facilitator for this Panthers team.
That's number 2 for Malaya Hughes for Lawrence Central. First player in this game with a couple of fouls. And she'll come out of the game, replaced by Mariah Garrett. Dinkins driving baseline, almost dribbled out of bounds, was tipped away, but then it was on the baseline, and North Central will keep it. Kreinhagen at the top of the key, looks inside to Hoff, to the corner. North Central likes that corner spot for a 3 ball. Hoff is fouled on the inside, and she'll go to the line. A little more action now and success in trying to set some offense up for North Central here.
And they've been able to successfully draw a few fouls, which has sent them to the line. They've already got 2 free throws made by Kreinhagen in the first quarter.
Hoff's first free throw is good. She's 63% on the year. Hoff knocks down a pair, and now North Central has it under double digits at 20-11 with 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
And everyone on this North Central team, a pretty good free throw shooter. Most everyone hovering around 70% or more.
The drive by Jayla Lampley, and she's fouled. And we could talk about the Lampleys all night, but the story again here is that Janin Lampley is the coach. Her two daughters are the stars of the team. Jayla is a junior, 6'1", leads the team in scoring. At the line now, missing the free throw. Lola is a 6'2" sophomore. And Lola played for USA Basketball, the under-16 team, and won a gold medal this summer, playing for Team USA in the FIBA Americas tournament.
Lola also leads the team in blocks per game. She's getting 1.4 a game. That's also top of the conference in the Metropolitan.
Jayla now has 9 of Lawrence Central's 21, and it's a 10-point lead for the Bears, and it's another turnover for North Central, forced by that Lawrence Central pressure. North Central playing a man-to-man, but really laying off, not pressuring on the perimeter at all, just trying to keep the ball out of the lane. That layup's no good, and the rebound by North Central.
Some really tight defense here.
Burris driving, kicks it to the corner. Hoff with a shot, no good. And here's Lampley. Jayla's 3.
She's got 3 threes already today as we approach the midpoint of the second quarter.
And half of Lawrence Central's points at 12. And a 13-point lead is the biggest for the Bears in this first half. And now Burris is trapped in the corner. North Central, oh, they called it. I thought they got a timeout, or did they? They called a jump ball. I'm not sure if North Central got a timeout first. They did not. So the alternating possession goes to Lawrence Central, and that's another turnover. And I wish that's a stat that I was keeping, because it's got to be nearing double digits for North Central.
And Pike had the same thing this morning. This Lawrence Central team really prides themselves on the defensive side of the ball.
In the corner, Abdurraqib thought about a 3, instead passes it back out top. Now she'll drive the baseline. And a shot just inside the three-point line is no good by McKenzie. And North Central on the move with Kreinhagen. Yeah, whereas North Central is not pressuring the ball, Lawrence Central is all over the ball, including blocking shots. That's Lola with a block.
She leads the team in that category.
Janiah Russell comes in for Lawrence Central for the first time tonight. Kreinhagen 3. And just into the game. Russell with the rebound for Lawrence Central. There's a pass knocked away, nearly a turnover, but Lawrence Central gets it back. Jayla with the 3, and she's fouled on the three-pointer.
You mentioned it earlier how the Panthers have been not as much pressure on the ball as they have in previous games. I saw that a lot this morning. You wonder if endurance may play an impact here, having this be their second tough game of the day and fourth of the week.
Dinkins fouling the three-point shooter, Jayla Lampley, who is at the line and just scored her 13th point of the first half. She's hovering right around having half of Lawrence Central's points throughout this first half. She has 14 now of their 26.
She is 12th in her 4A class in points per game and 23rd in the state.
She's 73% at the line, leads the Bears at 21 points a game, and made all 3 free throws for 15 points in this first half. And that's more than what the deficit is now for North Central, or almost what the deficit is, I should say. 27-11, the Panthers in a 16-point hole. And again, they just can't even get into their offense, and it's another turnover and a layup for Lawrence Central. Mariah Garrett puts it in.
And Lawrence Central has won all but 4 of their games thus far this season by 25 or more points. This could get out of hand really quick here.
Not as bad as it was this morning, but North Central is in trouble. and in a danger spot here from being completely blown out in the first half. Kreinhagen's three, no good. Lawrence Central on the run. They've got a 2-on-1, and all the way by herself is Anaya McKenzie for her 6-point. The lead is 20 all of a sudden.
And it feels like just a minute ago that we're just getting started, and this game was close. And that pressure really riled up from Lawrence Central as they do it again.
Oh, and there's another turnover. Kreinhagen just threw it away right into 2 players for Lawrence Central.
That is not what Coach Ramey wanted to see.
That time, Lawrence Central turns it over on the pass underneath. 20-point advantage for Lawrence Central.
J-Lo Lampley getting a much-needed rest after all those points she's poured in for the Bears.
North Central walk it up, and obviously we're only in the second quarter. So there's a lot of time left to go, but North Central is in a deep hole already. Kreinhagen looked at a 3, instead throws it in the corner, and Burris will try a 3, and it's a bad air ball, but ends up being a pretty good pass.
And Burris was double teamed in the corner right there. Game might be getting a little out of hand for her. She's a really good point guard, though. I assume that's a one-time thing, and it worked out for him as Loy will go to the line.
Lacey Moy, a 5'9" freshman for the Panthers. And she gets North Central back on the scoreboard to bring this deficit under 20 with about 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
And all of North Central's points now have came from the free throw line this quarter. Have yet to make a field goal.
All 4 of them. And now Lawrence Central turns it over as North Central brought the full court press. And realistically, they may have to do that. Even though we're only in the first half, they're going to have to find ways to get points in chunks to get back in this game. Burris, a 3, and that's a swish. After the air ball, she hits nothing but net on her next attempt. Burris with 5 points. Now back to 15.
North Central in the morning game ended the first quarter on a 7-0 run. The last 25 seconds of play. They'll need something else like that to get back in this game.
Bears turn it over. So North Central on a little run here after they trailed by 20. They'd love to get this even closer before halftime. Hoff at the top, wants to drive and does, kicks it in the corner. Now Hoff in the post. Kreinhagen. Hoff trying to get on track, driving to the basket, and she is fouled on a reach. I think they got Lola.
It's a really lengthy Bears team. You mentioned it earlier. With the Lampley sisters, they have a lot of length to them. They can reach in around there, easily get called for that foul sometimes.
The foul was on Jordan Wynn, and there's a block shot, and it went off Lacey Moy as she tried to get the rebound of her miss. Or Macy Loy, yes. Off of Loy. Three on the way, and there's Jayla again.
Came right off the bench and picked up exactly where he left off.
Her 4th 3 in the first half, and she's got 18 points. More than half of Lawrence Central's total. Nearly another turnover, and now she did travel as Hoff fell to the ground.
And there's a reason why J.Lo Lampley has so many offers. She's been getting looks from UConn, Stanford, and several Big Ten schools so far this season.
Well, I don't know where the recruiting stands, but Mom played for Purdue, took them to a Final Four, and won 3 Big Ten championships. I would think Purdue would love to have either or both of these Lampley sisters, and they actually have 3 sets of sisters on their roster right now, so it would be a continuation of a theme up in West Lafayette.
I'm sure any team would love these two sisters. They're an incredible group.
Well said. They'll have to wait a couple of years. Jayla's only a junior and Lola just a sophomore. Lawrence Central now with 5 seconds to go. Abdurakib misses. And she fouled, I believe, on the rebound as well, coming over the back of Burris.
That's never what you want to see as a coach, a foul 80 feet away from the basket with under a second left in the half.
Going to give Burris a chance to score with no time coming off the clock, and obviously North Central had no chance to get any shots. So yeah, that's a really silly foul for Lawrence Central, and Burris and North Central will take it because they need points any way they can get them. And Burris knocks down the free throw for her 6th point of the first half.
That's true, and there you could see Coach Lampley coaching up Abdurakib by the sideline.
Burris got them both. And that should take us to halftime here. Lawrence Central gets off a shot by Lola, well short of the bucket. And at halftime, North Central trails 34-18. Lawrence Central looking for its first ever Marion County Girls Basketball Championship, and they are well on their way at halftime, leading 34-18 over North Central. We'll be right back on RDTV.
Here in Pike Township, we have award-winning schools, award-winning educators, amazing facilities, award-winning programs, high-achieving scholars, award-winning alumni, and we're just getting started.
Hi, my name is Tila, and this is Matthew. This is Darvin, and we're here with Kevin, and we're going to do the riddle of the week. So the riddle is, what's a word that starts with E and ends with E, but only has one letter?
Eve? I? What?
But only has one letter. Yeah.
Wait, say it one more time.
Oh, an envelope.
Envelope?
No. What's a word that starts with E and ends with E, but only has...
Envelope.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Again, this is Tila, and this is the riddle of the week. Back to the studio.
Hi, I'm Chef Stephen Putnam with Chartwells, and today we're going to be making a chicken cacciatore. Some of the items are from the Pike Red Zone Food Pantry, some of them are from your local store. Let's get started. So our first step is we need to cut our peppers and our onion into thin strips. We need to open up our can of black olives, our tomato sauce, and our diced tomatoes. We need to lightly season our chicken on both sides. We need to add just enough oil to cover the bottom of the pan on medium heat. Okay, now we need to add our chicken to this pan, and we're gonna cook it for about 3 minutes on each side. You wanna make sure that it's nice and brown on both sides of the chicken. All right, we've cooked for another 3 minutes on that side. We're gonna go ahead and remove the chicken. We need to take our onions and peppers and add it to that pot. We're going to cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. There are a lot of cacciatore recipes that use red or white wine. Today we're going to be using chicken stock. Now we're going to add our tomato sauce, our diced tomatoes, our black olives, our oregano, and our garlic. We're going to stir that together. Now we're going to add our chicken back to the pot. And we want to bring that to a simmer. Go ahead and cover it. We're going to cook for 15 minutes. And now we want to take our thermometer. We want to put it right in between the leg and the thigh to make sure we reach 165 degrees. So now we can turn this off. And we're going to let it sit for a couple minutes just to cool off.
This recipe is full of vegetables like onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes that are a good source of vitamin C. It also has chicken as the protein source. You can also pair it with a whole grain pasta or brown rice and a side of fruit, such as canned pears or peaches, to make it more of a balanced meal.
Delicious.
My name is William Turner Jr. I graduated from Pike, class of 2003. Right after high school, I graduated. I went to Ivy Tech for 2 years to start my business degree. Then I continued to Lincoln Tech, where I finished it with my associate's degree in business management and auto tech. After starting in the workforce, my business degree, and working a few jobs, I realized that that wasn't really the career for me. Therefore, then I talked to my uncle. My uncle was like, yeah, you know, I've been trying to get you to come to the fire department. And when I came on, you know, as a young man, I was kind of skeptical of what it would take and if I'd be able to make it, because it's hard work getting on. But when I did, I just found out that there's nothing that compares to it. On a regular day, I come in, I do my house duties, which consist of cleaning, maybe sometimes cooking, those type of things. And then I come and I check out the apparatus here. I check to make sure the hose is where it needs to be. I check to make sure that all the medical equipment is equipped and everything is there for the community. And I come in, I check my pack, I check my gear, my Nomex, all those things to make sure that I'm protected in case we do have to have an emergency, fire, or anything like that. So when I was going to Pike High School, I took a lot of AP classes, advanced placement, and it prepared me because it forced me to do a lot of hard work. It forced me to be organized and to pay attention to detail. So all those things were able to help me on my route to becoming a firefighter. One teacher, Coach Gastineau, he was a great mentor to me when I was coming up. I got to work in his class as a teacher's aide. I was able to meet a lot of people. Coach Wright, he was also good. He was assisting in here and there in different places in the school. As a parent and a grad of Pike High School, my message to the community is that kids have a great opportunity here. I believe in the education system that they have put in place. I believe in the diversity of the neighborhoods and the diversity of the township that will prepare them for the rest of the world, prepare them for college, prepare them for whatever they need. I believe that it's got to be in the top school systems in the state, and I just believe in the work that the teachers put in and the bus drivers put in and the principals and superintendents put in, that it'll bring the best out of your kid if they want it.
Here in Pike Township, we have award-winning schools. Award-winning educators. Amazing facilities. Award-winning programs. High-achieving scholars. Award-winning alumni. and we're just getting started.
Welcome back for the second half of the Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament Championship on RDTV. No matter where you live, you belong in Pike. The MSD of Pike Township is excited to offer exceptional learning opportunities to all students, regardless of residency. Families who do not live in Pike Township can visit our website, msdpike.org, for more information. 34-18 lead for Lawrence Central as we start the second half. Daniel Miller, Jayla Lampley has more than half of Lawrence Central's points.
She's got 18 already. She leads the Bears all year. She averages 21 a game. She's 23rd in the state in points per game. And she's already almost at that 21 point per game number just in the first half alone.
And the first half theme was North Central turnovers and Lawrence Central scoring off of that. And there's another turnover, although Lawrence Central does not convert. Burris tries a three and misses for North Central. And the rebound for Lawrence Central. They trap her down on the baseline and tied the ball up. But the possession will go to Lawrence Central.
And as far as scoring goes from the Panthers from that first half, you just saw her take a shot early this second half. Gabrielle Burris leads scorers for the Panthers with 7.
Malaya Hughes was the one who was tied up on the baseline, and the alternating possession goes to Lawrence Central, leading by 16. A three on the way, and good by Abdurakib. Her first three of the game. She has 5 points. Averages 10. And that lead creeps closer to 20 once again, where we saw it in the first half for a short time. Burris will try a deep three. Knocked out of bounds and off the hands last of Loy. Macy Loy knocked it out of bounds. Lawrence Central gets it back.
Burris let out a sigh after missing that three. Frustration really starting to set in for these Panthers starting the second half.
Well, Kreinhagen is really the one they've got to get going if they're going to get back in this game. Abdurakib tries another three. This one no good. There's Kreinhagen. She has just 2 free throws, averages 12 points to lead the team, but has not scored a field goal yet.
You nailed it with Kreinhagen. She had all of the Panthers scoring in the third quarter. In our semifinal game, she had 11 there.
Right on cue, she gets the runner off the glass. Her first field goal of the game. Now she has 4 points.
In that semifinal, she outscored Brebeuf's whole team in the third quarter.
North Central had a turnover and had an open layup, but they didn't kick it ahead. Here's Hoff off the back of the iron. Here in this second half, North Central, if they hope to have any chance, is probably going to have to pressure the ball much more and can't allow Lawrence Central just to walk it up. And now they do come out and bring a little more pressure defense on the ball. Baseline shot. No good by Hughes. Rebound is up, no good by Jayla, but sister tries to clean up, and on the second chance, she gets it. That's Jayla, 20 points now.
That's the story of the game for these Bears. She's got over half of the team's points.
Lawrence Central continues to pressure the ball, and Kreinhagen trying to get untracked here, but only had just her first bucket of the game from the field moments ago. There's a nice pass from Burris underneath the Hoff, but she misses the hook shot. And there's Jayla from 3. Why not?
What a wild game for Jayla Lampley. I say that, but it's even more the same for her. Leading the team with all those high Division I offers.
I've got her for 5 3-pointers. 23 points. This time it's tied up. And North Central gets the ball. Jayla's going to sit down for a minute. North Central may be more happy about that than anybody else. Inbounds pass, and a nice one on a little inbounds play to Lloyd. She is fouled. And the freshman goes to the line where she scored 2 points in the first half. Foul was on Abdurakeeb, her second.
Abdurakeeb's a really good facilitator for this Lawrence Central team. She leads the team in both assists and steals per game.
These teams are going to play again in the regular season in January. That game's going to be at North Central on January 16th. Missed shot. Here comes North Central on the run. And the layup no good by Dinkins.
We talked about a lot of these teams from the city play each other several times a year.
Lawrence Central with their biggest lead of the game at 22. And the cut to the basket and a layup for Lola Lampley. Lola with her first bucket of the second half. She had one in the first half. And now with 4 points and a 24-point lead for Lawrence Central, well on their way to their first Marion County Girls Basketball Championship. Kreinhagen, 3 from out top, no good. Oh, nice pass on the fast break.
What an amazing no-look pass there.
McKenzie scores. Timeout, North Central. 8 points for McKenzie. This game getting well out of control at 46-20. We'll take a break here on RDTV. Welcome back to RDTV. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our friends at Corteva AgriScience for supporting Pike's success. Corteva regularly invests their time, expertise, and capital in a variety of initiatives and activities that positively impact our schools. Rich and I with Daniel Miller. Daniel, Lawrence Central has just increased their grip in this game in the second half.
They have. They're off to a 12-2 start in this third quarter. They've got some really balanced scoring. Both the Lampley sisters, McKenzie and Abdurakeeb, all in the scoring book already in this third quarter.
Jayla sits on the bench with 23 points, including 5 3-pointers. North Central has a long road to get back in this game.
And Kreinhagen, the only player who has scored in this third quarter for the Panthers.
Dinkins drives and throws it up. She's fouled on the shot and will go to the line. So let's tell you how these teams got here. North Central at the free throw line. Tuesday, they beat Decatur Central 67-44 for their first win of the season after they had lost their first 7 games. Again, the only games they've won this season are in this tournament. Thursday, they beat Beech Grove 55-24, and this morning knocked off Rebuff 52-38. Dinkins knocks in the free throw. As for Lawrence Central, the Bears beat Franklin Central 74-41 on Tuesday. Thursday, which may have been the championship game, quite frankly, of this tournament, they knocked off their township rival Lawrence North 57-55, scoring 9 straight points to end the game. And then this morning, the Bears beat Pike 70-18. 70-18 this morning. Dinkins misses the 3. The Bears have the rebound.
I talked to Coach Lampley about that Lawrence North game for the township earlier this morning. She said that was a different type of game than they've experienced all season this year, and it really prepares them for the season ahead.
Well, it was a great comeback in the closing minutes. They trailed by 7 points with about 2 minutes to go before they went on that 9-0 run. And Lawrence North ranked right behind the Bears in all of the polls, right there at the top of the state. Lawrence Central turned it over and then fouled.
Abdurakeeb tried to explain to the official there what happened. Official's not buying it.
Fouls on McKenzie, her first. Oh, we've seen this before. Fast break layup for McKenzie, who just makes up for the foul with a steal and layup, and she's got 10 points.
And that's not her first fast break bucket of the day either. She had that beautiful layup off the no-look pass earlier this quarter as well.
Burris pulls up just inside the three-point line. Abdurakeeb the other way. Jayla's back in and has the ball. And a foul on the handoff. Dinkins will get the foul for North Central. Last year when these teams played just once in the regular season, Lawrence Central won 58-42. And again, they'll play another time in the regular season, January 16th. Both these teams play in the vaunted Mick, as well as our host school here, Pike. Rebound is back up and in for Janiah Russell. Her first bucket of the game. And the lead is 29.
You mentioned that conference. Pike and Lawrence Central after the semifinal this morning. They'll play each other just in 6 days from now. I wonder if Lawrence Central will have another performance like this morning in that conference matchup.
That'll be a big one. The two seniors, Kreinhagen and Hoff, have just not been able to get their games going. Kreinhagen especially, as she turns it over right there. And we're starting to see this over and over again now here in this quarter as Anaya McKenzie has a fast break layup.
You mentioned those two seniors, Kreinhagen and Hoff. Coach Ramey noted those two as their team's leaders along with DJ Pinnell. They're really missing her tonight. She's out for the season with a torn ACL.
There's a three from Burris. She's led the way tonight, has been about the only player for North Central who has an offensive game going in any significant way. She's got 10 in the ball game for the Panthers in the closing seconds of the third period. Abdurakeeb's going to dribble this out top and drive as the clock expires, pulls up and hits at the free throw line, and that's how the third quarter will end. with a nice, even, if you're at least on North Central side, 30-point advantage. We'll take a break here on RDTV at the Marion County Girls Basketball Championship. Ready when the Pike Township Educational Foundation exists solely to enhance the education of Pike students through scholarships and grants for educator-driven projects. Since its founding in 1993, the Pike Township Educational Foundation has awarded nearly $500,000 in scholarships and over $650,000 in grants. And to learn more, please visit www.pike-ef.org. Rich and I with Daniel Miller as we start the fourth quarter. Lawrence Central has the ball and a 30-point advantage.
You mentioned it late in that third quarter. Burris, the only one for the Panthers that's really had any sort of an offensive performance.
Jayla Lampley has been impressive, obviously. She missed there, but has 23 points for the Bears. There's Burris.
She's got 11 now, but no one else on the team has any more than 5.
There's a steal by Dinkins. Dinkins drives all the way, misses the layup. And sister finds sister. Lola finds the basket and is fouled hard by Dinkins.
More Lampley sister action. They've combined for 27 tonight, 23 of those from Jayla. They've outscored the entire North Central team just themselves.
That says it all. Again, this team is ranked number 1 in the state by Max Preps. Ranked number 3 in the state by the Indiana Basketball Coaches Association. And ranked number 2 in Class 4A by the Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports Association. So there was a free throw violation there, so Lola Lampley will get a chance at another free throw after missing both. And she cashes in for her 5th point. She averages 9, but Jayla has taken care of all the scoring tonight.
And coach and mother Lampley has to be impressed with her daughter's performance and the team as a whole.
Kreinhagen throws up an air ball 3, and she just has not been able to get untracked tonight. They have obviously, Lawrence Central has stymied her and have really put a blanket on her defensively, and she is just not able to get good looks.
They have, and outside of that, I noted it in the third quarter. DJ Pinnell, one of their leading seniors, she tore her ACL in her final AAU game and is out for the season. That's a big loss for them, and it's really made an impact today.
North Central trying to apply some pressure with a zone press here, full court. Lawrence Central gets it across pretty easily that time. Lola kicks in the corner. And a 3-ball is good. Into the game for the first time is Katie Castro with a 3-pointer.
And now we're starting to get into the bench for the Bears. With this big lead they've got. Bench minutes for Castro, cashing in on the opportunity.
Yeah, we don't need to see the Lampley sisters much longer in this game. Abdurakib with the block shot on Burris. Burris will throw it in. It's a nice play, and Dinkins misses the layup, but North Central will get another shot. Lawrence Central does not have a lot of girls basketball tradition. Again, if they win this tonight, which it certainly appears they will, this will be their first Marion County Girls Basketball Championship. But they are obviously building a very strong program here over the past couple of years since Janet Lampley took over. And a big reason for that are her 2 daughters on this squad.
100%. Getting that head coach, Janet Lampley, bringing the sisters over, that's been huge for this program. And they'll look to build off of that in the future, but they still got a couple more years with them.
Burris hits the 3. And Lola Lampley throws it away as she tried to hit Castro for a layup. Now more substitutions as Lola Lampley will sit down.
You've got to wonder how much longer Janet will keep her daughter J-Lo Lampley in the game. She's got 23 already. You don't want to risk too much injury if she goes much longer here with a 29-point lead.
Barris is called there for an offensive foul, and she's got her hands on her head and can't believe it. It's obviously been a frustrating night for the entire team.
It's just one of those nights for the Panthers, but they really have nothing to hang their hats on off this tournament, getting their first 3 wins and making it all the way to the championship game after not the greatest start, but 5 of those 7 teams they lost to begin the season were in the top 20.
Well, this has really been a spark, regardless of this outcome tonight. This tournament has been a spark to their season that was really deflating up until that point. This is a proud team with a proud tradition, often ranked in the top 10 in the state, plays a tough schedule, and starts the season 0-7, but gets 3 wins this week in the Marion County tournament.
Coach Ramey told me our program has been very successful for a long time, and every team brings their A game when playing us. This team has a lot of tradition, and they're just getting started this year with this tournament.
Jordan wins at the line and gets her first point of the game on the second free throw. A 30-point lead for the Bears with about 5 minutes to go in the Marion County tournament. Caden Kreinhagen gets it into Hoff. Hoff trying to spin in the post, throws up a hook shot off the side of the backboard, and she's been as frustrated as Kreinhagen has offensively against this Lawrence Central defense. Jayla misses a shot, rebound by Kreinhagen, and a foul. And I think that's going to be the end of the night for Jayla, but Lola's coming back in for her sister.
And what a performance from Jayla tonight with 23 points on the board. She's had an incredible performance. She's hit 5 threes tonight, really propelling the Central Bears team to the victory.
She is an impressive player.
And there's no doubt in my mind why she holds all those offers from some of these top programs in the country at the collegiate level.
And her sister now with the ball, Lola. Again, Lola won gold with Team USA this past summer at the FIBA Americas, and there's a 3-pointer for Demetria Dempsey.
She's got 4 points off the bench today as we start to get a little bit deeper into the bench for the Bears.
Again, Lola won gold with Team USA this past summer at the FIBA Americas Under-16 Championship. Lawrence Central. Another steal. And a fast break layup and a foul.
These Bears fans really getting up for that when they can sense the first county championship coming to them in Lawrence Township tonight.
And now you're seeing these substitutes play well. These subs who have to go against this incredible starting 5 in practice every day, showing what they can do as Jordan Wynn completes the 3-point play, and now all of a sudden she's got 4 points. All here in the 4th quarter.
And it's not hard to see why these bench players do so well. They get some of the best practice reps in the state here with these starting 5. And you see Lola Lampley with a big block, and she takes it all the way.
She missed the layup. Big swat by Lola Lampley. Couldn't convert on the fast break. But Mariah Garrett was fouled on the second chance.
Mariah Garrett's been pretty quiet today. The 6th woman off the bench for the Bears. She gets a lot of minutes for this team.
Garrett only 33% at the free throw line, but she knocks down the first one.
Then again, just about everyone on the Warren Central team not named J.Lo Lampley feels like they've had a quiet night compared to her.
Second one no good. Dinkins drives baseline. This is Lola. Wild shot won't go. She lost her steps as she went to the basket and stumbled on that layup. Burris with a deep three knocks it down. And North Central calls timeout. I've got Burris for 18, but the lead is 66-32. Just waiting for the clock to run out now here in the Marion County Girls Championship. We'll be right back on RDTV. Welcome back to the closing minutes of what will be Lawrence Central's first Marion County Girls Basketball Championship tonight. A team that is 9-1 on the season. Their only loss to a team from Kentucky that is also highly ranked. The Bears are impressive and have been impressive throughout this tournament. They beat their township rival on Thursday night in a very close game. But otherwise, it has been blowout city for the Bears, and they are rolling to this championship tonight over North Central.
You mentioned it. They've won all but 4 of their games this season by 25 or more. Looks like more of the same tonight.
Lawrence Central now with all substitutes in the ball game. And they throw it away. Burris will try another three and almost gets the roll.
For Lawrence Central, they've got all their subs in. Burris still trying to propel this North Central team, see if they can salvage something out of this.
Well, this is a team, again, in North Central that has lost its first 7 games, so they're just trying to get their squad going in the right direction, and so they need the work. Although the seniors have gone to the bench for North Central, so I think Coach Deanne Ramey has waved the white flag here. She's got her seniors on the bench.
She does, but there's nothing to be upset about from this tournament. They kind of gotten that spark in this tournament, getting those first 3 wins. So just to be able to play here in this championship game, certainly an accomplishment for this team as we start the running clock here for this final 2 minutes.
Raven Walls into the game for North Central, traveled with the basketball on the post entry.
Lawrence Central content to keep the ball outside the three-point line to end this game.
Lawrence Central coach Janin Lampley, you can see her at the bottom of the screen, standing there just above the North Central logo. She played at Purdue. This is her 2nd year at Lawrence Central as the head coach. And there's a nice move and score. And the crowd reacts to that.
all around the rim and in, and that's just the kind of night it's been for Lawrence Central. They're getting everything they want tonight.
Demetria Dempsey with her 5th point. Continuing the thought on Coach Lampley, you may remember her as Janin Rowland at Purdue. She won 3 Big Ten championships, helped the Boilermakers get to the Final Four. She went on to play in the WNBA, and now in her 2nd year as the head coach of the Lawrence Central Bears, with her 2 daughters on the team, about to win their first Marion County Girls Basketball Championship with now just 20 seconds to go here.
He mentioned it earlier. I'm sure those Boilermakers would love to get one or both of these Lampley sisters on the campus. They've got many offers from several Big Ten schools as well as other high-profile teams across the country.
And Lawrence Central will let the clock run out here. And congratulations to the Lawrence Central Bears. You see the Bears in black celebrate. Lawrence Central wins its first Marion County Girls Basketball Tournament Championship, 68-32. We're going to hope to talk to Coach Janin Lampley as the 2 teams shake hands and congratulate each other. Again, North Central can be very proud of their performance in this tournament. 4-time champions of the Marion County tournament, and they really turned their season around here at the Marion County Tournament Championship or tournament this week. The Panthers were 0-7 until they started this tournament and got 3 wins this week, but tonight just simply ran into one of the best teams in the state in Lawrence Central. The Bears celebrating the Marion County Tournament Championship with a 68-32 win, led tonight by the coach's daughter, Jayla Lampley. The junior scored 23 points and probably could have scored a lot more as she sat out a good portion of the second half. Anaya McKenzie had 12 points for Lawrence Central. Layla Abdurakib had 7, and there you see the trophy. The first ever championship for the Lawrence Central Bears, building a tradition with a team that is now 10-1 on the season, has not lost to a team in Indiana. Their only loss was to George Rogers Clark of Kentucky, a highly ranked team in that state, in a tournament in Kentucky just a week ago, last Saturday. That's their only loss. Otherwise, the Bears are perfect. The pictures will continue at center court here. Our Daniel Miller is down on the court, hoping to get a word with Coach Janin Lampley here in just a moment. We'll continue with the scoring. I believe I had mentioned that Layla Abdurakib scored 7 points for Lawrence Central. Demetria Dempsey had 5. Lola Lampley also had 5. Jordan Wynn with 4. And Janiah Russell scored a bucket for the Bears. You see the trophy there. You see the smiles as Lawrence Central celebrates this Marion County championship here at Pike High School. Again, this was the road for the Bears to the championship, beating Franklin Central on Tuesday, 74-41. On Thursday, which I think many people would agree was probably the championship game in terms of who would go on to win this tournament, Lawrence Central beat its township rival, Lawrence North, and a 4th-ranked team in the state, 57-55. The Bears beat Pike in the semifinals this morning by a score of 70-18. And tonight, beating North Central by a final of 68-32. For North Central, they were led tonight in the losing effort by Gabrielle Burris with 18 points. We see Daniel Miller now down on the court with Coach Janin Lampley. I think they're just about ready.
It was just really efficient and defensively getting her hands on a lot of balls, deflection, disrupting their offense. So I thought she did a great job tonight.
Thank you very much. Let's bring Jayla in here. Jayla had 23 points tonight. How did your team win this game?
Just sticking to Lawrence Central girls basketball and trusting each other with the ball. And North Central is a really good team, so we just had to come out and play extra hard, execute every set.
And this is your first county championship. What does that mean, bringing that first championship to the Lawrence Central?
It means a lot. I'm thankful for my coaches, the fans that we have, just the support we have behind our backs. It's a great experience, and I'm looking forward to doing this again.
And lastly, what does it mean to be coached by your mother and getting this championship for her and this team?
It's a blessing. Not everybody has this opportunity, and I'm grateful that she'll forever be my coach and my mother and my biggest supporter.
Thank you very much. That's Coach Shannon Lampley and Jayla Lampley with a victory in their first Marion County Girls Basketball Championship.
Thank you, Daniel. Again, Lawrence Central wins 68-32. The Bears winning their first Marion County Basketball Championship for girls. Now the team cutting down the nets. Katie Castro climbing down after getting her piece of rope. And all the team will climb the ladder and get a chance to take home a piece of the net as a souvenir for the school's first girls basketball Marion County Championship. I was mentioning the North Central scoring. Let's round that out. Again, Gabrielle Burris led the Panthers with 18 points. Only 5 players scored for North Central. Caitlin Hoff, who averages 10, had just 5. And Caden Kreinhagen, who averages 12 to lead North Central, was really held in check with just 4 points. And Christian Dinkins scored 3 points. Macy Loy had a couple of free throws for North Central to round out the scoring. Daniel, we had a little bit of an audio problem on some of your interview. Maybe you could just recap some of the thoughts of the coach and her daughter on tonight's game. It's very impressive to watch this Lawrence Central team, and you've got to believe that they're going to be a serious contender here in Marion County and in Central Indiana. Now, we know that when it comes to the state tournament, you're going to run into the buzzsaw of all those great Central Indiana teams like Lawrence North, their township rival. They'll play them again most likely. You've got Hamilton Southeastern out there who is very good. This is going to be a tough challenge, and always is, in the MIC, and then once you get to the state tournament. But this team definitely has to be considered one of the teams to watch when we get to March and February for the girls basketball state tournament. The Lawrence Central Bears win the Marion County Championship tonight here on RDTV by a final of 68-32. The superintendent of the Metropolitan School District of Pike Township is Dr. Larry Young. Pike High School principal is Mr. Jeremy Wally. Athletic directors are Dave Paddock and Kendra Champion McAloon. Interim Chief Technology Officer is Chad Heck. Coordinating producer is Mrs. Tamby Fly McCall. Director has been Dan Bordenkecker. Technical manager is Kyle Bredehoft and Todd Riker. Graphics operator has been Jamea Scott. Tonight's camera operators we'd like to thank for their work: Elijah Warner, Tion Johnson, Jadarius Elliott, Tila Grady, Destiny Timms, Doggins Mercier, and Denham Odell. Again, tonight's final score: Lawrence Central 68 and North Central 32 for the girls Marion County Basketball Championship. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by Pike High School students with support of the Pike Township Technology Department. For Daniel Miller and everybody on the broadcast tonight, I'm Rich Nye, and we thank you for watching tonight's game between North Central and Lawrence Central for the county championship in girls basketball, presented by the students of RDTV and the Pike Media Team. Good night from Pike High School.